You are now tuned into Two Drunk Sistas podcast, unscripted and uncensored. Grab yourselves a drink and enjoy.
Hey guys, welcome to Two Drunk Sistas podcast.
I'm D.
And I'm W.
Thanks for tuning in for another episode.
Yes. Okay, so I zhuzhed up. Well, not zhuzhed up, but I evolved my mimosas.
Listen, W is going to be selling her mimosas very soon.
I am. Y'all should see. Well, y'all can't see me, but y'all should see me. But y'all can't see me. Anyway, that's what we sipping on.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
This thing hitting. Oh, Lord.
I don't know how to get through this. I was trying to get through this.
We're trying.
All right, so we are going to talk about the Epix series called From. It is a 10-episode season. We only going to talk about the first 5,
right?
Okay. Mm-hmm. It's about the resident of a small town in search of a way out when unknown.
Okay.
The residents of a small town search for a way out when unknown forces keep them from leaving. That's all they're giving us, y'all.
That's all.
So this came out around the same time Chapaway came out.
Really? Okay, I didn't remember.
I think it came out.
You know what?
Back in February.
You're right, because we were teeter-tottering.
Oh, which one we should watch?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's time to do From. You got the guy from Best Man.
Yes.
Harold Perrineau.
Perrineau.
And if y'all don't know who Harold Perrineau is the one where Terrence Howard was having a party and the strippers came in and Candy came in.
Candy.
Boom, boom, boom. And she was gyrating.
Yes, we don't know the rest of that.
On his character.
Yes,
and
he fell in love with her.
Anyways,
yeah, so that's the guy, y'all.
That's the guy.
Yes.
And so the first 5 episodes, it goes into damn, how does it start?
So it starts off with Harold Perrineau, who's walking.
That's right, walking through the town.
With a bell in his hand.
Yes.
And he's ringing the bell, and you see the residents or the people in the town.
Right.
Like not scrambling, but like they're in a hurry.
They're walking fast.
They're walking fast, like trying to get to wherever the hell
they need to get to.
Yeah, and so he's walking, and it but the next scene is the diner.
At first I thought it was like, okay, is it dinner time?
And then I said, and then we was like, wait, okay, so everybody's trying to get home, so obviously nighttime is about to
it's coming.
Right.
So automatically we knew that it was something horror, science fiction about this thing. So everybody was dispersing. People at the diner was saying, okay, guys, it's time to go home.
Gotta go.
It's gonna get dark soon.
Right.
And so everybody is just, doing their normal day thing, just packing up, closing the shop, and everybody goes to their respective homes.
Yes.
Then it cuts to a scene where a guy was in a bar setting and he was drunk.
Yes,
he was drunk.
Yes,
and
passed out.
And the bartender was like, "Hey, man, it's time to go.
Right.
It's dark. You got to get to your family, whatever." So the guy was like, "Shit, I ain't gonna be here after night. I'm fucking gone."
Right.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think he stays there.
He stayed there,
so he closed everything down.
Right. So
and then we see everybody was touching this sort of rock that had symbols on it.
Right.
Now we don't know what these symbols are because again, we only watched the first 5 episodes of it. But we'll talk about the theories afterwards.
Yeah.
But we noticed that all the family have all these talisman. Sorry, guys. They all had this talisman.
I didn't know you was gonna say that. I'm like, Okay.
So all the family had like this rock with the symbols on it.
It's by the door.
It's by the door. So they're hanging it. They're touching it. They're like, okay, we closing up the curtains. And so it goes to this family where it was mom and a daughter. And she was like, where's Papa? I mean, that's not what she said, but... But, those were the words.
And so we figured that, that's obviously...
The guy who passed out in the bar.
That's his family.
Yeah. So
she's like, goddamn Ray.
Yeah.
Was Ray his name?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Richard, I don't know.
Who knows?
Fred,
whatever.
I don't know. The drunkard, okay?
Right, the drunkard.
And then everything's just shutting it down. So the little girl went upstairs. And, they're about to, turn in for the night.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you heard this. I don't know if you can hear that, but...
It was a tap.
It was a tippity tap on the goddamn window.
Yes.
And all you can hear is like, "Hey, it's me, your grandma. Open up." And she's like, "What?"
And then I think she said something like, or come to the window, or something like that.
And she's like, "I can't come to the window." She's like, "Yes, come." Come.
Oh, Lord.
So the little girl went to, now this is the first episode, y'all.
Yo,
okay?
like 20 minutes in.
I was like, God damn. So the little girl goes to the window, open the curtain. Now she's on the top floor now. I don't know how this lady get up there. Okay? This old lady.
So yeah, you gotta ask yourself, like,
wait a second. Now I know they're not on the first floor. That's for damn sure. They went upstairs. So this lady was up in the stairs like, hey, and then the little girl was like, "You're not my grandma."
Right when she opened the curtain, her mom was like, "What are you doing?" And it's like, "You're not my grandma." And the lady was like,
"Oh, I'm so cold.
So cold.
Can you open the door or open the window or something like that?" And she's like, "Okay."
And mom's like, "No." And then
that's when the lady comes in and her face just changed into a fucking creature. I was like, "This is Morbius." This is the Morbius origin.
Yes.
It's not, guys.
She reminded me of the creature in one of Grimm's episode. It was the Aswang. Do you remember the Aswang?
With Lee?
Yeah.
Yes.
When Wu saw...
Yeah, I said Lee.
Well, sorry. I know. I think his name is Robert Lee, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway.
I don't know. Yeah, but
her face, the turning into that, it reminded me of that. But I mean, obviously the old woman was a little more creepier.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it was so clearly it's a creature that came into the house and they did the damage.
Yes.
So the next morning, now everybody is coming into, everybody goes to the diner and realize that so the guy decided to come back home and he was like,
why is everybody standing there? But I think everybody knew something was wrong because the window was open.
The window was open. You're right. And so everybody, all the townspeople were standing in front of the house. And the drunk guy came home. He's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing here? Or has she done something? Is she holding a meeting or something?" And then the sheriff came out of that house. And when I tell you the sheriff pimp slapped the shit out of that nigga, like,
twice.
Nigga, where's my money?
He got a bitch.
He didn't say that.
he bitch slapped the guy twice. Yes. Like you could tell
the anger and the passion behind it,
and something might have happened. It made me think about something might have happened to a loved one, and which is why he's so angry. But he shoved that guy's face in, like he was like,
he brought him into the house to see what happened because he was telling him,
God,
you're supposed to protect your family.
Your family, yeah.
And so what happened was that his wife and his daughter were both killed, and the way that they were killed was just so gruesome. And I was like, God damn, this is the first episode.
I know. I was actually shocked, but I mean, I'm glad
the sheriff took him and told him to look to see what happened.
You did, because you were passed out,
right? And you didn't protect your family,
right?
And so this is what happened. So that first episode was intense,
and I was like, okay, I'm excited, but let me wait,
right? So then now going through, then it just pans to a new family who's in an RV and they're just driving and they stopped at this in front of a tree that was like it was blocking the road.
Yes.
So they came up to a tree that was blocking the road. They all stopped and they realized like, Dad, this tree is the only tree that's in the road. And next thing you know, a bunch of crows or ravens.
Did they not see the omen? I mean,
no, they didn't see it. It was a bunch of crows and they got freaked out. And so they're like, we need to go back inside. They was like saying that we saw a town further back. We should just go there. And so they turned around. And then when they turned around, they came up to the town where everybody was at. So they were, they came into the town. I guess the guy, he wanted to know where, how to get back.
Where the highway was.
Yeah, how to get back on the road. Now these townspeople already know that if you in the town, bitch, you ain't coming back.
You're not getting out.
But see, they didn't want to tell them that. They want them to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Right, because they all been through that situation and everybody reacts differently.
Yeah, because people, when you tell them something, it's like, fuck off. You know what I'm saying?
I'll fuck you the fuck up.
Right. It's like, be quiet. You don't know. You're crazy. You're crazy. You You are all crazy. I'm out of here. I don't belong here.
They stopped and they asked, and people was like ignoring them.
I know that shit was
because
crazy.
The sheriff was like, "Listen, I'll take care of them. Don't talk to them. I'll take care of them."
Yeah.
And so the sheriff went to him like, "Hey, can I help you?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm trying to get back into town." And the sheriff was like, get back on the highway. And he was like, "Okay, well, if you just follow the street just up the hill, you'll be able to find it." And and let him.
I think he said something like, "You'll see it.
You'll see it."
Yeah.
La 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 la, be on your merry way. So they was like, "Oh, okay." So they all got into the RV and they started driving, and then they realized they circled back to the town again, and then that's when they started to have a fight in the RV. Like, "Look, you driving too fast, bitch, because you missed the stop." Okay, and he's like, "I ain't driving fast. I'm driving 20 miles an hour."
He's like, "There's no highway. There's nothing. There's no cross. There's no U-turn. Nothing."
Right. So they kept on passing the town.
Yeah.
And so the wife was like, "What if we just go back the other way?
Right.
We were coming from, instead of going this way, we just turned the RV around and go back."
Sure.
And then that's what he did. He went turn the RV back around, and he went back around, and guess what? He came back to the town. He came back to the town. And then when he came back to the town, he was like, "How the fuck did I get here? Y'all bitches are crazy." Then he went back in his RV and he drove
again. So he did this a couple times.
He did a couple times. So this time when he went back into the left, when he went back on the expressway, another car was coming. And this car almost collided with them. So he had the people in the family in the RV had to swerve, and when they swerved, they fell through a bank and hit a tree, and then the other car smashed into a tree. So now we have two accidents.
Right,
baby.
Now, we have two accidents now, and so, but before the accident happened, we find out that Harold Perrineau, which is
he's the sheriff.
He's the sheriff of the town.
Yeah, he
was like, "Let's put out."
His name is Boyd.
Okay, so Boyd told one of his deputies to put out, I don't know what it's called, but it's like those stuff when you drive over it
pop your tires.
Yeah, so he said,
like
put
the tracks.
Yeah,
put the tracks out.
We need to stop him because he's going to keep going in circles. But anyway, fast forward, they crash, and so Boyd and his deputy, some people from the town, help the family because it's getting dark. We need to get these people out of here. So there was an incident when the youngest child in the family, he was kind of like stuck because something went through his leg. Right. So anyway, guys, this is going on. The parents are frantic because they don't know where the fuck they are. Their child is hurt, and so obviously it's getting dark. So what Boyd does, he's like, "Look, we're gonna have to stay here. Here's a talisman." The EMT obviously comes, and we're gonna have to help him.
Right.
And we just gonna have to stay the fucking night. And so the dad is like,
"I'm not leaving my son."
Right. So, whatever. They're, trying to help the little boy and stuff, keep him calm and shit like that. And that's when they start to hear. So, rewind. Boyd tells the dad, like, "Look, shit about to get real."
Right.
In a nutshell.
Because he done sent the wife and the daughter to the town. Because it was getting dark.
Yeah, shit about to get real. So I'm going to need you to calm down. Boy goes ahead and places the talisman over in the rearview mirror thingy to hang it. And he's trying to
cover the windows. Right.
So while he's doing that, they're starting to hear, what they hear?
Laughter, little kids.
Yeah, do you guys need any help in there?
This is what they heard. The knock. And it's like, "Hey, do you guys need help
in there?" And so the dad is like, "Who's that?" And he's like, don't go to the window. Don't do it.
Don't do nothing. They're not here to help us."
Right. And he's like, "What are you talking about? We need help. We need help."
Child.
So he puts the dad in like a chokehold. Like, "Look, motherfucker.
Okay.
You're not going out there. You're not letting them in. Just whatever you hear, don't listen." Right. So they're trying to help the little boy.
Because he has like a stick wedged through his leg.
Through his old little leg.
Yeah. Oh.
And so they're dealing with that and trying to calm this man down. Right. So eventually they get through the night. Thank God. Jesus. Okay. And they are able to remove the stick from the little boy.
Right.
Not everybody goes back into town. And this is where shit gets real. So obviously, remember I was telling you about that strip for the tires?
Yes.
They fucking forgot that shit. So the family, the mother and the daughter who was going back with the other townspeople to go back to town, ended up running over that shit. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of already dark. So they had to kind of run the rest of the way. And this is where we see them things. The things. They look like people.
Right. So, but they look like dead they look like vampires.
They do look like vampires.
Like just
pale.
Really pale. Yeah. Pale in the skin, yeah.
So anyway, guys, they get into this house that they call the colony, which is like a big ass manor that a whole bunch of people live in.
Right.
And they're basically, they have to undergo this because they don't know.
Like it's a process when new people come because the creatures look like humans
and they sound like humans.
They had to. At first they didn't want to open the door.
Right.
So finally they opened the door. They went ahead and took the new people and then they roped them up because they were like, listen, we just gotta wait till the morning time, and then we'll all be fine.
Right.
And so once they did that, of course, before they came in, the people came and they was explaining like, oh my God, what's going on? Why do you have to tie us up? And they're like, listen, we're gonna wait. I'm gonna need for you to calm down. Just calm the fuck down. What's her name? Donna?
I think it is Donna.
Donna. She was like
mother hen.
The mother
hen of the colony. Yes. Oh my God. So so the other car that collided with the RV, there were two guys in there, and one of the guys, they had to tie him up because he was knocked out. He fell while they were running to the house.
Right. They should have left his house.
They should have. And so in the middle of the night, Buddy woke up. Remember, he's tied to the bed. So she's like, shut the fuck up. People are trying to sleep.
Yeah, because he was yelling, get me out of here. Where's everybody? She busting that shit. She's like, oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to.
Right. I'm normally not like this. Woo, the whole thing is just intense. You know what I'm saying? You have to remember, it's like, you don't know where you are, and you wake up, your feet and your hands are tied to a bed.
And obviously he was on something.
Yeah, I don't know if he was high.
I don't know. But anyways, the person that he came with got killed by this other town girl.
Yes.
She looks weird as fuck.
Well, notice that we find out that she's obviously communicating
with these creatures.
Yes.
Either that or she has a mental problem.
I don't know. Well, you know what? You're probably right because she mentioned something about not being well prior to coming into the town.
Right.
So yeah.
So we don't know what the fuck's wrong with this girl, but she ended up killing the person that in the other car that they had at the hospital resting.
Yes.
She killed him, and then she let the doors open for the creatures. I guess the creature was telling her that you need to sacrifice somebody
so that you can go home. So she's desperate. But y'all, the way that these creatures eat the people,
they just eat the organs.
They leave the head.
They leave like the limbs and the head, but the inside is all gone.
Yeah,
and then they eat the bottom too.
It's just weird.
It's weird.
It's weird. It's very weird.
It's weird. So now the new family in town,
the boys are. I'm sorry.
The new family in town now they're trying to. The townspeople are trying to acclimate them. Like, listen, these are our rules.
Yeah.
This is what's happening. Of course, they were like saying that you got to be fucking kidding me.
Like, I need to get out of here.
Right.
Like, you can't keep me here. Home. We're gonna leave. Right. The same routine conversation of.
I'm pretty sure that they always have.
Yes, that every time somebody comes in that house, it's the same thing because you're like, what are you talking about? Like, y'all are fucking crazy.
So,
shit's crazy.
So basically, they were, the sheriff was like, hey, this is what it is. Yeah, so we just gotta, live with it. We gotta make peace with it. We've been here for God knows what. We all trying to go home.
Yeah.
But for the most part, these are the rules.
Yes.
So they told the family that they have choices that they could either be with the colony with Donna, the mother hen, and all the people.
Right, or find a house in town.
Right, or find a house in town. And of course they said house in town, and then the daughter. There's always one rebellious.
She's a rebellious
person. She's like, I want my freedom. I want to go with the colony.
Yeah. Go in the colony.
Translate is go ahead. You go to the colony. So they got separated and stuff. And then what else was going on? It's just it's just them trying the new family trying to acclimate what's going on.
Right.
So then it just goes into another person who's at the colony, who's the weird one, right?
Right. This weird guy.
Yeah, and I think his name is Victor.
Yeah.
And I was telling W, I was like, I bet you he was the original town person.
Yes.
And he and throughout the episodes we found out that he is the original.
And he knows a lot more. It is always those weird people that that be knowing stuff.
But you know what? Maybe he didn't start out being weird.
Right. It's
because of his history. Because
his history.
Him being there, I think he was alone for a long time,
and
everybody in the town was murdered. Because as you can see, like the flashbacks of his memory, you know, people were dead
everywhere. So
I mean that could do a lot to a little kid's psyche.
Yes,
and then to grow up alone, and then you know, it's like, how do you compute what's going on?
Yeah. So he's known as like the creepy guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But obviously he knows some shit.
Right. Obviously he's trying to connect the dots. He colored with crayons.
Yes.
You know. So there's his mentality is still a little boy mentality. Mm-hmm. And so there's just little things in the episodes that just kind of stand out, because now it's like, okay, what are we fighting here? We got these creatures. Mm-hmm. You know, why are they stuck in town? Is it a curse? Mm-hmm. Is it time warp? Is time free? You know, stand still while they're there. You know, so it's little Easter eggs that they're dropping. Like, why are certain? Me and W was thinking like they're there for a reason, because they were discussing about things who they were before they came to the town.
Right.
Like we had the new family. He is a builder of amusement parks. And then the guy,
the software developer,
the guy who came in who came in the second car,
Mm-hmm.
he's a software developer. Mm-hmm. Then he ends up meeting a philosopher at the bar. So it's just like these little things. It's like, okay, what do these things have in common? So, you know, at this point,
and you know what? They don't at this point. What happened?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and they never discuss the year
or the time of day, or where they are, for that matter of fact, because they don't know where they are. They don't know where they are.
So it's just a lot of.
There's
what we were like, what's that? Purgatory. Okay.
Yeah, because I was like, what's her name from the new family? The wife from the new family. She was like saying that, what if we didn't make the crash? Yeah. And I was like, damn.
That's a good one. What if they died? What if
they died? What if this is fucking Lost?
Yeah.
And I will fucking hate it. I fucking hate Lost. 6 years of my life is gone. So I hope and pray it's not fucking Lost.
I'm like, please, y'all, don't ruin this thing. But yeah, it's like so many things you're asking yourself. Like, okay, what's the talismans for?
Right. And what are the writings? Because I was like telling W, like, they look like druid writings. I don't know shit. I don't know. It just came to my head. Yeah. I don't know. So it's just when Victor, the weird one, the original town person, when he took the new family's son into the woods, he was showing him like he was telling him like the trees moved. Like the forest is moving closer to the town.
Yes.
Or, you know, and he was like saying that, how does that happen? He's like, I don't know. But
weird.
It's weird. And then he found this tree with a hole in it. And Victor put a smiley face on the rock, and he threw the rock in the tree, in the hole, in the hole in the ground, and the green grass goes all around and around.
Okay, sorry, y'all.
So he throws the rock.
Well, on the right.
He throws the rock in the hollow tree, and then they waited for a couple of seconds, and then the rock fell from the sky.
Yeah, so it's almost like a time warp or wormhole.
A wormhole. Something metaphysical, physics. Something is happening.
Quantum.
Something is happening.
Yes.
Then we were like throwing theories, so we don't know what the fuck. Okay, so we just throwing theories. We're like, yo, what if the government
is testing
these creatures that they found, because they opened up, like Stranger Things, they opened up a dimension and let these creatures in, and they're like, you know what, we can use these creatures as a weapon. So let's see if we could keep them in here. And then they got all the witches from the local town to put a hexabex on that area so that people can't leave. True. You know what I'm saying?
Like, let's see how these people react to what's happening at night.
What's happening in the hot sauce. Yes.
You know, how they react to one another. Yeah. And let's take notes.
Yes.
Like, there's like behind the scenes, you see doctors and shit writing shit down.
Right. You'll see the wizard behind the curtain.
He's so dumb. So it's all this, we're asking ourselves all these questions.
Yes,
what is this about?
So I'm intrigued. How do you like this? The first 5 seasons. The first 5 episodes. How do you like it so far?
Oh, I love it, and I'm just hoping the next 5, I'm gonna love it too. So we'll say. What about you? What do you think about it?
There was one thing I wanted to touch on. I'm trying to remember what it was.
The boy in all white.
Yes. So who was the boy in all white?
And why is it
that the son can only see the boy in white and Victor can see the boy? And Victor was saying that because he saw the boy with all the massacre and the death. And Victor said he'd never seen him after that until now. Right. And so Victor was like, if you seen the white boy, not the white boy, but the boy in white.
Yes.
He is a white boy.
He's a white boy.
But that's not what I want to say.
Right.
The boy in white.
Yes.
He was like, if you saw him, that means, he's saying that this death
is coming.
Is to follow.
Yeah, so we'll see y'all.
Oh my God. I just want to know what. Anyways, guys, have you guys started to watch this series?
Yes.
And if you have, email us at 2drunksisters@gmail.com. The number 2 drunk, DRUNK sisters @gmail.com. Hit us up on our Instagram, 2drunksisters. DM us.
And let us know, man. What's your theories?
Let us know what your theories are. In the comment section. Like, what do you think is happening in the motherfucking hot sauce? Okay? And then tune in for
the next
for part 2 for the next 5 episodes, so we can know what the fuck is happening.
It's going from. Where is it coming from? To and from.
To and from. Stop and go. That's what makes the world go round.
We don't own the rights to that. We don't own the rights to that song. We don't own the rights to that song.
All right, guys.
All right, y'all.
All right, guys. Tune in for part 2. Peace.